Well, good morning everyone. 24th of June 2020. Now, I am really starting a bit of a campaign, let's say, and I must say many years ago I used to do lobby work on transport systems and so on. I was in organisations like Action for Public Transport in New South Wales, and I worked with my trade union at the time to get a lot of changes in New South Wales and so on. But we'll fast forward, let's say, to Queensland. Really, I've had enough of the system here with the Go card and the TransLink and all the rest of it, with the failure to provide a decent cap on seniors or pensioners travelling on a concession. Now, I have contacted the leader of the LNP, Deb Frecklington. I haven't got a reply from her yet, or the organisation, but I'm going to attempt other avenues, let's say, on the subject. Now, in New South Wales, they have a cap of $2.50 a day, and that means on the trains, trams, buses, ferries, the whole lot, in a very, very wide area. In out of Sydney, for example, you can go out as far as Goulburn and Bathurst and Dungog and Scone, for example. So you can go down to Nowra and all those sorts of... You can visualise that if you know the geography. So if a system like that was applied in Brisbane, that'd be the TransLink system. In other words, Gympie North and out as far as Halidon and all in between, to the state border and so on in between. There would be a cap. Now, if it's not $2.50, I don't mind even, say, a $4 cap. That's quite sufficient. Now, considering that it's $6 something, the last time I was down in Melbourne, that's not too bad. Now, in Adelaide, and I've pointed this out to whoever will listen, in other words, it is free between 9 AM and 3:30 PM Monday to Friday, and then all day, Saturday, Sunday, and on public holidays. I've urged the LNP to introduce one of those two policies, with the free off-peak or the $2.50, or shall I say, a reasonable cap. I don't want a $5 or $6 or $7 cap or something stupid. Something in the area of $3 to $4 perhaps, as I say, cut off. And that's the end of it for the day. Wherever you go, it's all free. You still touch on, touch off, but it's free for the rest of the day, and that's what I want. And I'd like members, this is going to my Citizens for Public Transport group, and I'm raising this with various members also on the seniors card group. It is lobby work, and I've had one member criticise me for doing lobbying work on this group, but it does involve travel, in other words, and options and suggestions and so on, that group, but on Facebook. But the point about it is that if a number of people view this and then say, yeah, that's a fair point, and they contact the government, as to say, Minister for Transport in Queensland, or they contact the LNP, that's the Liberal National Party, opposition in Queensland, we might get something done about this, and it'll benefit all the members of my two groups I just mentioned, and anyone else in the community who is a pensioner or senior and using a concession card. So please pass on these things and make and get this widely spread, and we might see some action. There is a state election on the 31st of October. Let's get something done, and I'm not talking politics here. My family and friends know me as being more of a national Liberal Party and coalition supporter to a degree, or independent. So this is not a hate speech against the Labor Party. If the Labor Party decided to introduce that policy, I would be just as pleased. So I'm not being political, I'm just being practical here. I'm asking for support. So thank you for viewing.